Blake Lively now facing request to be deposed over lingering questions about the It Ends With Us legal scandal. A social media guru wants answers out of Blake Lively after he was dragged into the It Ends With Us legal drama. Jed Wallace, the PR specialist who was named in Lively's blockbuster administrative complaint back in 2024, is seeking to have the actress deposed over legal fees she is attempting to recover from him. Legal documents obtained by the Daily Mail lay bare Wallace's hopes to have Lively answer questions before he pays her requested $800K in lawyers' fees. Wallace sued Lively, 38, in the state of Texas for defamation last year after he was named in her initial complaint, but left out from her subsequent federal complaint.
Looking for a premium phone without the premium price? This renewed, unlocked iPhone 14 offers 128 gigabytes of storage, a sharp 6.1-inch display, and 5G capability for around $299. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/6 right now.
A judge ultimately dismissed the case due to personal jurisdiction grounds, according to the docs, and later Lively sought to recover $800K in legal fees from Wallace. Now Wallace has asked the court to have Lively answer questions about the accusations she made against him and whether or not she was aware her allegations were false, if she had acted with reckless disregard of the truth or with ill will, or she did have good faith belief about her allegations, according to the court documents. Blake Lively is facing another hurdle as the fallout from her It Ends With Us legal ordeal continues. The central question is Lively's state of mind, whether she knew her allegations were false. Roman, too, had a good faith belief in the truth of her statements about respondents specifically, or Roman 3, acted with reckless disregard of the truth, or Roman 4 with ill will, the documents state. Lively is the best person to testify about her subjective knowledge and intent regarding the Wallace parties at the time she made the challenge statements, because malice is an inherently subjective inquiry. Other evidence, such as documents or third-party testimony, is subordinate to Lively's own testimony about what she knew and believed when she falsely accused the Wallace parties of sexual harassment. The court documents claim Lively was scheduled to appear at a deposition over the matter on August 4, but didn't show up. With her attorneys informing Wallace's team the deposition notice had no legal basis and was null and void. In a statement obtained by the Daily Mail, Lively's lawyers hit back at his desperate, meritless filing and noted she had already sat for a deposition. This is yet another desperate, meritless attempt by Wallace to go after Ms. Lively out of fear that he may face the same kind of fee award that Ms. Lively won from Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios in New York. Wallace filed his lawsuit against Lively last year, claiming he was dragged into the actress's bitter legal battle with Justin Baldoni after she listed him as a defendant in her administrative complaint filed against her co-star in December 2024. Her filing described Wallace as a Texas-based contractor who weaponized a digital army to help create, seed, and promote social media content attacking her and defending Baldoni. Lawyers for Lively told the Daily Mail the actress had already sat for a deposition as they hit back at his desperate, meritless filing. Described as a precursor to a lawsuit, the document was attached to the original civil rights complaint that Lively filed in California on December 20 to kick off legal hostilities against her. It Ends With Us co-star. When the actress's actual federal complaint was filed 11 days later, neither Wallace nor his street relations crisis management firm were among those accused, his lawyers say. But it was too late to stop media outlets wrongly naming him and his company as defendants, as they relied on the version Lively's team had already distributed to the press. Lively or her agents provided the precursor to various media entities for out-of-court republication, and because of the allegations contained therein, it made headlines around the world, according to Elle magazine, which linked to the precursor document, as did many other media. Wallace says in a complaint filed in Texas federal court Tuesday. The precursor was followed on or about December 31, 2024, by a formal suit in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Wallace and Street were widely reported to be defendants in the formal lawsuit, although they were not, the confusion having been sown by the precursor. The mix-up meant Texas-based Wallace was wrongly accused of harassment and retaliation against Lively by the media. His suit filed in federal court states. He sued for emotional harm and loss of business, and asking for damages exceeding $1 million, but a judge ultimately dismissed it later that year on account of a lack of personal jurisdiction, according to TMZ.